So Paris Hilton had spoken out about a lot of the abuse that she's faced, and she says it's going on within the group homes and all these institutions. And I'm going to let you take a look at this so you can see what she has said about it.
Paris Hilton is teaming up with Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter to reform the troubled teen industry.
Their Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act will be introduced later today, which aims to help states adopt practices to prevent and treat child abuse.
Imagine that. Republicans and Democrats coming together. An issue that personally affected Paris, who's using her experience with childhood trauma to inspire others to tell their stories. Both of them join us now. Welcome back.
Morning.
Paris, good to see you. Congressman, good to see you. Paris, could you tell everyone what experience you had with some of this institutional abuse? Because I remember last year you discussed it as well.
Yes, when I was 16, I was sent away and I was emotionally, verbally, physically, and sexually abused. And this is still happening today at these places, and 200,000 children are being sent away to these places every single year.
Were you able to call your parents and tell them?
I was not able to tell my parents because everything was monitored, and if I said anything negative about what was happening, they would immediately hang up the phone and punish me. So it was just terrifying, and I wasn't able to tell my family and was cut off from the outside world.
Sure. And Paris, what makes your story so potent is the fact that you are from a super prominent family, and people all around the world, when you started telling your story, it's like, hey, if that can happen to Paris Hilton, it can happen to anybody, right?
Yes, and that's why I'm doing everything I can in my power to fight for these children, because these are children who come from families that can't help and support them, and children from the juvenile justice system, foster care system, and they have no voice. So I'm really just turning my pain into a purpose and using my platform to help make a difference and save children's lives, because hundreds of children have died in the name of treatment in these places.
So as you can see, you heard what she said, that, she had gotten sexually abused, verbally abused, and she couldn't say anything. She couldn't speak up, and she has gone through all this abuse. And I'm really glad that she spoke out about this, because like she said, this is happening in foster care homes. It's happening in the group homes and these institutions, and these children are being taken out of the home by the juvenile justice systems. And like she said, a lot of these kids, they're not in the position where they can speak out. Their parents cannot speak out. I've talked about this myself, and there have not been any results. And a lot of people don't have the voice that Paris Hilton has. This is why I commend her for speaking out about this, because she has, not only does she have the name and this celebrity behind her, but she, like they said, she's a prominent woman. She is someone who has a voice, and there's power behind her name. So when she speaks out about something like this, there are results that happens. And so I'm glad that they have this act that is out right now. And I hope that this is something that they can now look into further and start investigating, because a lot of children, like she said, have died. A lot of children have been mistreated. A lot of children are still being mistreated, and the voices and their cries, their pleas are going unheard. The families' voices are going unheard. And I wish that more people would start speaking out, more people with the same power that she has, more people who are in these positions with the platform, and they have authority, and they can help, get change. They can help, institute change and get results, because this is something that we need. Children are suffering on a daily basis. And it's also pertinent that, more people will speak out, because many of these families, they come from impoverished households. They don't have a status. They don't have a celebrity status or celebrity background. They don't have a large name or money to carry the weight. So when they talk about this stuff, it's like it falls on deaf ears. No one cares. It's like people might care, but they don't pay it much attention. So this is why we need more people who have power and influence to start speaking out about this stuff. And this needs to come down, all the fear that people have, everything, because these are our children. These are innocent children. These are children's lives that are being destroyed. And people are going to be held accountable. People in leadership positions, people in the government, people who are in these group homes, people who have these nonprofit organizations who are supposed to come to the aid of these children, people who are in the correctional facilities, and they're not doing anything and allowing these children to be abused. God's going to hold them accountable, because you cannot, when you're allowing these children to be destroyed, this is something that he takes seriously. These are his children. This is his creation. And when you're in this position and you have this position of authority, you have this platform, you have this organization that is there to help the children. You're not doing what you're supposed to. God is going to hold you accountable. So I ask the rest of you to continue to pray that more people will start stepping up, pray that this awareness will be made known, that there will be more change being promoted.